current throughout a river system is influenced by gravity as the water moves downhill. Stream gradient, flow volume, as well as channel geometrics are all contributing assets which vary its velocity, and as a result will ultimately dictate where and how the fish position themselves. Odds are, once located, they're stacked and willing to cooperate. Hello everyone, I'm Kim Stricker, and welcome to another Hook and Look Splash, a splash of fishing information from an underwater point of view. My longtime friend and MLF touring pro, Bill McDonald, provided his assistance on this shoot, as did Niagara region guide Frank Campbell. Let me begin by saying Niagara Falls is purely breathtaking. You don't just see the falls, you hear them, you feel them, and ultimately you find yourself immersed in the natural wonder. And as equally inspiring as the falls are, the fishing potential downstream will move you as well.
Look at him.
Whoa!
You got a real fish on there?
Yeah, oh, that's a good one. That's a dandy.
That's a chunk.
Bill and I were targeting a rocky outcropping that had Vallisneria growing on top. The combination of rock and weeds presented an ideal current break where a nice group of smallies were holding. The hot lure was a Strike King half-shell OPT, which we were drop shotting with a 3/8 ounce tour grade tungsten weight. And to say the least, they were chomping it in a big way, one after another. And nice solid fish too. But there was one thing we kept noticing that was out of the ordinary and confusing. The current kept fluctuating in both velocity and direction. This made me wonder how the shifting current was affecting the fish. You know, as the current changes too, they probably change how they hold on this little hump, whether they're up from it or down.
I'm sure they do.
Looks like there's grass on top of this hump too. If we drop the aqua view down, we could tell exactly what's down there. I bet we'd see it's a critter or two. There's your eelgrass.
There's the eelgrass, definitely.
We'll lift it up above it.
I wonder them fish are hanging down there.
Look at there, look at,
Yep.
right at the camera. It came right at, there, look at it, there he goes off.
There goes another one.
We're just drifting off it right now. Often, before I dive, I'll scope out the water with an AquaView camera just to see what I should expect when I make my descent. That's right. Look, there's
another one.
Look at how they're kind of holding around that grass. Look at it, there's another one in the background there.
I wonder we're catching them right here.
That's right, they're stacked up pretty good.
That's the deal.
Now I'm in that grass. Yeah, grass, you can see how the current's laying it down. Yep. You know, I scuba dive and I can get down there and really pick out the spot on the spot. But fishermen got to realize you can do it with an AquaView camera as well.
This takes the guesswork out of it.
I'll get down there and personally inspect the hump.
Find out what that rod is sticking up.
Yeah.
The verdant green color of the water flowing over Niagara Falls, as well as its milky clarity, is a byproduct of the estimated 60 tons per minute of dissolved salts and finely ground rock generated by the erosive force of the Niagara River itself. So with that in mind, Kim, along with his cameraman Jason, prepare to investigate the impact of the shifting current firsthand.
I'm gonna go down and see what I got. Keep an eye on my bubbles. Are you copying me, Billy?
Yeah, I can hear everything you're saying, Kim.
The visibility is definitely milky. I'm looking at a smallmouth right now. He's swimming along around this eelgrass.
So that smallmouth's in that eelgrass looking at your camera?
Not a very big one. The current is actually very modest. Yeah, I mean, it isn't any here. There's a couple of smallmouths. They're here, that's for sure.
So everything's just like what the AquaView showed us in?
Absolutely, just like it. I'm following this smallmouth along this edge. I'm in 18 right now. He's got these big patches of Vallisneria. That's that eelgrass. A lot of these fish are holding on that.
Are you seeing any of the rock piles at all?
So yeah, I'm seeing them.
You should be real close to it right there where we were catching those fish.
I'm on one of the pipes, and there's smallmouth around them, a whole school of them. Well, that's a nice one there.
That's what we want, those nice ones.
Oh man, I got smallmouth all over this. There's a stack here.
You're killing me, I want to fish.
Look at them over this rock pile. Big old rocks.
Are they positioned out of the current behind those rocks, Kim?
And they're swimming all around them. There really isn't a lot of current at all.
We're just in a dead little eddy right here. Is there any bait fish or anything like that down there, or is it just a smallmouth?
I see gobies all over the place. There's gobies all over the bottom.
I mean, just think how much better a fisherman you could be if you could go down there like they are right now and look at what's going on.
Well, so far the dive was stress-free and the flow was relaxed. Then, just like while we were fishing, for no apparent reason, the current suddenly intensified.
All of a sudden there's a lot more current here. The current's definitely stronger. We gotta kind of hold ourselves right here. Yeah, that current's taking me. Wow. Hold yourself. So that's why those fish are sitting here. There's a lot of fish right here because of what the current's doing.
You know, the particular spot where we caught most of the fish too, when we first pulled up, it was like a dead eddy area. And then all of a sudden the current's coming from one direction and it'd go that way for a little bit and then it'd switch, it'd come from the other direction. No rhyme or reason. When you think about 750,000 gallons per second coming over that falls and headed down this river, you think all the current's going one way. That's not the case. And those fish are positioned in there in those different current breaks.
This is nice because the eddy is right here and we can hold right here. And those fish will come by.
As I mentioned earlier, current will dictate where the fish will hold, but following our underwater surveillance, we were able to observe not only where, but how they hold depending on the current velocity. The school of bass were loosely wandering around the slack area within eddies as for the vicinity around the pipes. However, when the current amplified, we observed the groups of bass concentrated much more tightly and positioning themselves on the upcurrent side of the humps, facing towards the current, waiting to ambush. You can only imagine the amount of work that goes into providing our underwater content, but I feel it's this extra effort that sets us apart. Capturing strike shots such as these while underwater takes patience, determination, and a lot of time. But again, it's these kinds of visuals that enlightens viewers. If you value the extra effort we put forth in our videos, you can show your appreciation a few ways. First, spread the word by encouraging your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Secondly, when I post a video link on Facebook, please share it. This will help broaden our reach as well. And thirdly, if you would, initiate your Tackle Warehouse orders from one of our product links below our video descriptions. You won't see any difference, but Tackle Warehouse will see you're a supporter of Hook and Look. Current dictates where the fish are going to be in a river system. And once you learn to read the river,
You can do some damage.
it really feels like a good one too.
They pull now, they pull.
Ooh, that is a nice one.
You betcha.
Look at him in that clear water.
Just bulldogging.
That is a good one. That's a real good one.
On them big old good ones or a good old big one?
That's a real good one. That is a pig. That's a Niagara special there.
That is a toad.
Yeah. Look at that gorgeous fish.
That's why you come to the Niagara River right there.